talking about the Kalam Cosmological argument. Whatever begins to exist has a cause. The universe began to exist, therefore the universe has a cause. Now last week we took a look at one cosmological theory that attempted to show the universe did not have a true beginning point. This week we're going to take a look at another attempt, so-called oscillating universe theories. According to this type of theory, the universe may be expanding now, but will eventually collapse back in on itself like a big crunch, and then bounce back and start expanding again. If we were to look back in time, this pattern of expanding and crunching would go on back into infinity. The idea is that if the gravitational pull of all the mass in the universe is strong enough, eventually it might be able to overcome the force of the universe's expansion and pull everything back together again. Think of it as if you were throwing a tennis ball up into the air. Now initially that ball may fly up into the sky through the sheer force of your throw, but eventually the force of gravity is going to overcome it and pull it back to the ground. There are several problems with this theory, and I'm only going to be able to point out a few of them. But first of all, there are no known laws of physics that would allow the universe, even if it did collapse, to start bouncing back out again. In short, if the universe does undergo a big crunch, it's going to stay crunched. Second, astronomers have never been able to detect sufficient mass density in the universe to overcome the force of expansion. There just isn't enough gravitational pull to crunch everything together again. Finally, if you recall, when we talked about the Big Bang, I mentioned that the light coming to us from distant galaxies is slightly shifted toward the redder spectrums, which happens when something is moving away from you. So the distance between us and distant galaxies or supernova, in whatever direction you look, is getting greater. But according to more recent observations of this redshift, the expansion is actually accelerating. So rather than slowing down as we would expect if we were headed for a big crunch, the universe is getting bigger and bigger at a faster and faster rate. So the data does not support the theory that the universe has been oscillating back and forth between expansion and contraction indefinitely, and in fact it still points to a beginning at the Big Bang. Next week we'll look at another proposed theory. Until then, God bless. Hey, if you haven't joined our Patreon yet, would you mind giving it your prayerful consideration? Patreon is a way you can support the Trinity Joppa YouTube channel. We've got multiple tiers to choose from, starting as low as $2 per month. Visit www.patreon.com/TrinityJoppa for all the details. Thank you. God bless.